Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin and we are going to look at another tool that can make you a better trader. It's called, anybody? Anybody got this one? I'll be impressed. The Gaussian channel. It can be important because usually in history, going back just a few years, back to 2011 even, we're going to look at Bitcoin's entire history here with this indicator. And we're going to note that once we enter it, it tends to be a while before we come out. But there are some positives to it. We're going to talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So going back to 2011 Bitcoin, this is on BLX. Let's first talk about how to set this up if you don't have this. I'm sure some of you will want to use it. So first of all, BLX. BLX is just Bitcoin. Just allows you to go back. It's the index of it. So you can pull this up on TradingView and you can go back and look at Bitcoin's entire history. Now, another key thing is I'm on the 5-day chart. That's key for using the Gaussian channel. So set up on 5-day. Make sure it's C5D. D is for day. Congrats. Next, you have to go add your indicator and strategy. Go to this, right? You can type in GAUSSIAN, and it's the first one that pops right up. It's the one that has the DW and 2,661 people. Maybe you could be 2,662. Let that be you. Let me know. Don't let me know. Okay, so that's how you do it. And it pops right up. 5-day Gaussian channel. Now you got it. Congrats. Going back to 2011, now let's look at how to use it. I got the tool. How do I use it? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so going back to 2011, once we enter this, right, look how long it takes to come out. How long, Chase? I'm glad you asked. Let's see. 300 days. 300 days. It's not something you really go into and come right back out of, right? Like a black hole. Only this one you actually can come out of eventually. Black holes, not so much. Now, if you ever get under here, under the Gaussian channel, what does that mean? That would be your best time in world history to ever buy. If you ever go under a Gaussian channel, sell everything you've ever owned and buy. And you could buy all that stuff and more. You could buy your whole neighborhood at once. If you buy down here, that's the lowest prices and you're ever going to see for the next years to come. If you ever get down there, it's kind of a rare occurrence as well. Not too many times in Bitcoin's history has it done that. Also, if you change from green to red, that's just going to be usually a prolonged entrance into this, right? But once it turns back from red to green, you can see what comes next. So after you come out and then you turn to green, it's double check marks rocket ships every time. No fake outs yet. Okay, let's fast forward. Look at what it did after it came out of that, right? Now we go into our second time. Look at this. Enter. How long? How long? This one looks even longer. Not gonna sugarcoat it. 580 days. Yikes. Let's hope we never do that again. Maybe the next true bear market. This bear market, even though we're technically going to be in one soon, I don't think it's going to be near this long. I think 3 to 6 months. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. 3 to 6 months from today, we'll be back into euphoria again. At the most, I think. Could be a fake out. We could still be in a fake out. Could not even last that long. Just be patient and let's watch. So look at this. Now, after we enter this, you could still have big rallies on this. So how big of a rally? We came down to, and that's another thing. Another key point. These lines, the top line, the middle line, the bottom line, will all act as support and resistance. Look at the top line. Resistance, 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 resistance. Support, support, support. Right? So after we got down here, after first entering it, look how high prices went back up. 44%. In 1 week time, 5-day period, 44% after entering just a few weeks earlier, right? So keep that in mind for what we're going to look at today. Now, once we get out, again, you came out of it. Just remember, remember I just showed you back in earlier. Look, you come out of it, you're still red, you turn green, and look at what happens again. Look at. Okay, now we're back in again for the third time. This is our third time in Bitcoin's history now. We're in 2018. After this 2017 end of bull run. Now we're in the bear market here, right? Enter the channel. Again, come down to the median line. And after our bottom there, we came back up within the next month. 30 days after hitting that support line, a 60% rally. Right to the top of the channel again, right? So resistance. This holds support, that holds resistance. Look at the bottom of the channel, support. If you ever break to the downside of a Gaussian channel, these are the prices you'll never see again. Ever. We're never going back to $3,000 Bitcoin. Get real. All right. Now, again, for the third time, out of it, we're still red. Once we hit green, usually you're going to go up. Now, this was kind of the anomaly of the trend because of the Black Swan event, now known as COVID bat virus. I don't think it's called bat virus. But, so this is the anomaly of the group. But I think if this hadn't have happened, we would have had a continuation. This part right here in November that we had, it would have been a little bit earlier if we didn't have the Black Swan, in my opinion. You could see how that I could get that logic right. Okay, fast forward to today. Holy crepes. Yeah, that's crepes. I think Jim Carrey said that in Ace Ventura. Correct me if I'm wrong. Crepes. Pretty sure. All right, look at where we're at. This is on a 5-day, right? We still have 1 day. We have 1.5 days to get ourselves out of here. We don't want to come into this, as we've seen. Look, usually when you enter, I don't think we did the measured move on this one. Came out of this for good. 285 days. We had to fake out 100 days. But even more important, look at this. Look at this. We entered for 1 day, basically 2 days, or 5 days, right? We're on a 5-day chart. So about a week and a half. And then we went all the way down to almost our support line, and we had 43% rally. Back out of it just temporarily. We had to get out of there. And then fast forward to today, after we turned from red to green again, lift off again. Now we're coming back at it. And so far we've held the wicks exactly on it, right? Perfect support so far. We want to do this again. We don't have to get high, right? We can zoom out and put our indicator on. Look at these, the GC, right? That's the Gaussian channel. The top line right now is at 34,703. So if we close at 34.7 in a day and a half from now, right? 1 day, 11 hours, we're still good. Now, even if we enter, we would look for support off of this somewhere. Right now is 28.8. It'll rise up over the next few days. So if it takes us a few days, it could be right at 30K. Nice double bottom from our previous fall. Double bottom at 30K, and maybe we get that, 40% rally like we've had several times. Look where that would take us. That would take us, low 40s. 40 to 42, 43K. That would be nice, at least temporarily. Maybe we put in some stop losses then. If you don't know how to do that, need some help with that, or anything like that, we have Twitter, Telegram, Patreon. Join us. It will help. All right, that's the Gaussian channel. Now you know. So, does this mean we're done for the next 6 months or 300 days? Like it's about the average, right? Well, we don't know yet. We got to see what this does. But if we enter, we've technically never been in it and come out of it real soon. Right? We had some fake outs right here. This was probably the only really anomaly, and that was really because of the virus. We had the super drop, but this was few and far between. This is the only one in history, right? And even that, we came out of it just for 180 days, so 6 months or so, and then entered again because of the virus. So we will see. We go in and stay in, then we will at least hope for a rally. But yeah, Going into a textbook bear market, at least by the charts, and death cross looming, right? Previous video shows that. This run, if there's any positives we could get out of this, right, is this kind of run has been unexpected so far, a little bit different than any other run before it. If we had to mirror it, we would do it between the 2013 2014. If we can look at if you want to look at 2013 so far, 2013 never quite entered the Gaussian channel. So we got close to it. We hit right on it before continuing our second peak. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just dip our toe in. There's been a few instances in that where we get really close or do a few wicks inside of it, but we'll have to see what this candle does. If we start coming down into the channel, we would look for support, like I said, right on that, which will move up. A double bottom would make sense, hit as support on that middle line, and then maybe we get at least a little bit of a rally. Maybe we hit that and come out of it, and for the first time ever, we'll have to wait and see. But now you have another tool for your toolkit. And if you have any questions on this or can't set it up, I'm happy to help you guys. Leave me a comment below. Thanks so much. 5-Day Crypto. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.